One thing that a lot of young people are still having trouble getting over, though, is that Israel is really, 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 really popular with old people in the United States. That's still true. Where was it? Wasn't there a Trump clip yesterday saying something like, if you support Hamas, you should get kicked out of the United States. We should ban you from the country.
We will deport the foreign jihad sympathizers, and we will deport them very quickly, and Hamas supporters will be gone. If you hate America, if you want to eliminate Israel, then we don't want you in our country. We really don't want you in our country. I will ban refugee settlements from terror-infested areas like the Gaza Strip, and we will arrest the pro-Hamas thugs who vandalize federal property and make really life very, very difficult in this country for a lot of people. I'm president.
And you could look at it as some weird nefarious thing, but the reality is just old people just like Israel. They just do in the United States. Israel's a really cool story for anybody that's over the age of 40 or 50. Anybody that's followed it that's older is like, oh yeah, hell yeah, democracy in the Middle East, hell yeah, those are our Jews, hell yeah. Do you think younger people don't support Israel as much? Is it literally just internet memes? I don't think young people support Israel as much, and I don't think they should, and I understand why they don't. You have to remember, if you're an older person, okay, like, what was Israel? Israel was, first of all, you had the Holocaust, then you had a bunch of Jews escape to the Middle East where all the surrounding people are evil and hate them, okay? Because we're not the biggest fans of brown people or Arabs, okay? And then Israel wins these massive, like, huge, like, underdog wars, and then they emerge as this, like, pretty thriving democracy in a area of the world that has no other democracies when we're fighting the Cold War and we love democracy, right? That was the whole point of the Cold War, we're spreading democracy in the world. So it makes sense why if you're a Cold War American, you fucking love Israel, right? But if you're a younger American, if you're under the age of 30, well, what is Israel to you? Okay, well, Israel is a country that has bullied Palestinians for 2 decades. They have a massive military. Hamas has never had any chance in hell of doing anything. And then there's just like people that are being fucked in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip, and they're hungry and they don't have anything and they're right. That's all Israel is to you. So it makes sense why, if you're a younger person, why you wouldn't like Israel. Because what the fuck? Like, you don't care as much about like the concept of democracy and all that is not like in the forefront of your mind like it was for Americans and the entire world in the Cold War, where it was democracy versus communism, right? Now you live in a world and there are different governments and who knows and who cares and whatever the fuck. And yeah, Israel doesn't represent anything cool or interesting or whatever. It's just a country, and your perception is just that they bully poor Palestinian people all day. Like, that's it. That's partly Israel's fault, or majority Israel's fault. You can't live off your old stories forever, especially when the people that remember them start to die off.